Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
Yeah, Larson.
And it's time once again for our predictions. This time, though, for AEW's Full Gear. That's right. It's coming up this weekend. We'll be doing our live review. No watch along because these AEW ones, I just like to sit in my couch and just soak it all in, Larson.
They're so long.
But they are long. They can be very long. And this one might go deep into the night. It's starting at, I think, 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah. So it probably won't be done till 9 at the soonest.
You know, dude, I'll be honest with you. I wish WWE would start, counter-programming again, because that just makes AEW go earlier in the day.
Yeah.
And then we, don't watch the WWE one. Like, if it's NXT, they just do NXT to counter-program.
Perfect.
It'd be great. Anyways, but they're not going to do that, so we have to stay up late and watch this. However, we are on the West Coast, so, you know, hearts go out to the East Coast and, England or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
anyways, let's talk about the matches. There's, 9 of them? My math right here.
Yeah, there are 9 matches.
9 matches. Let's start off with this one. This could be fun. No holds barred. Jon Moxley against Kyle O'Reilly. Who do you have, Steve?
I've got Kyle O'Reilly with 8 confidence points. To lose this match to Kyle O'Reilly. I'm to Mox. Kyle O'Reilly's going to lose to Kyle O'Reilly.
Going to lose to himself, huh?
Yeah, Mox wins. Lol.
Yeah, Mox is going to win. I don't know why Kyle O'Reilly pitched this no-holds-barred stipulation when it's right in Mox's wheelhouse. Kyle should have said submissions match. Then he would have probably still would have lost, but better chance of winning. I got Mox with, 7 for Mox, but it could just as easily be 9.
Let me ask you this.
Sure.
What would your confidence points have been if this was, in fact, a submissions match?
I still would have said Mox, but maybe 5 or 6.
Really? You would have gone lower? Okay.
Yeah,
all
slightly.
Right. Okay. Interesting. All right, next up, we got the women's tag team fatal 4-way. So, all these participants are in semifinal matches.
Correct.
For the women's tag titles. However, the only thing this accomplishes is the winning team gets to then decide the stipulation for their semifinal match.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing.
They get an advantage there. So, Larson, on the AEW review, you indicated that you had a very specific, well-reasoned, educated reason why the Babes of Wrath were going to win this. Or, I'm sorry, why the Sisters of Sin were not going to win this. I just spoiled your
You just spoiled who it was. Thanks for that.
Sure.
So, I kind of worked backwards. So, if I'm going to assume that Tony and Mina are going to win this tag team tournament, which I think is probably going to be the case, they're going to probably face off against a heel team in the final match. Not a given, but I would think more than likely, which would mean the Sisters of Sin would be their opponents. Because Tony and Mina face off with Megan and Marina in their semifinal match.
Right.
That would mean the Babes of Wrath would be losing to Sisters of Sin in their particular match.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to get a win. This is that win. So I think the Babes of Wrath are going to win this. I only have 1 confidence point because you can use that same kind of logic to say, oh, well, then Megan and Marina should win. They picked the stipulation. Mm-hmm. Since they're not going to win their semifinal match. And in fact, a stipulation match could be a way of protecting both Megan and Marina and keeping them strong as a team while getting Tony and Mina the win. But Harley, Willow, super popular. Be a good moment for them to get this win. They picked the stipulation against Sisters of Sin. They lose that match, though. But it's a win for them, so that's why I went with Babes of Wrath.
Yeah, and you have 1 confidence point on this.
Single confidence point, yes.
Yeah. I legitimately do not know. I think any of these teams could win ultimately the tag titles. The fact that Tekla showed up and said on Dynamite or Collision, whichever one it was, said the Super Show, said, "Oh, just wait and find out what stipulation we came up with. You think blood and guts is bad? Imagine what we're going to come up with." Well, they've done their homework. They already have a stipulation. And if the Babes of Wrath or Tony and Mina or Megan and Marina win, I'll be sitting there like, what was the stipulation? I want to know that you don't throw that out there without finding out what the stipulation is. So, because of that, I'm saying the Sisters of Sin are going to win. with a single confidence. I like your logic, but I'm like, I don't know who's going to win this damn thing. Anybody could win anything.
I don't know for sure either, hence only a single confidence point. But if Babes of Wrath win, they'll pick a stipulation. You kind of get to have your cake and eat it too, because you can still see Sisters of Sin in probably a pretty interesting stipulation match. Plus, another team gets the opportunity to get the win there to choose it.
Sure. But Sisters of Sin have their stipulation ready to go. They know what it is. We don't know that.
They may be brainstorming, but we don't know for sure whether they've picked it.
My read on it was Tekla has the actual stipulation they know what it is. They have it written down in pen, mind you.
In pen, not paper or not pencil.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, 1 confidence point though. That's
because it could legitimately be any of these teams. Mm-hmm. Next up for the TNT title, I'm curious to see which way you go on this one, Steve. Kyle Fletcher defending against Mark Briscoe, no DQ, and if Mark Briscoe loses, he has to join the Callis family. Are you going to pick Mark? Are you going to pick Kyle, knowing that whoever you pick, probably the opposite person is going to win? Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah. That's the thing. I've got Mark Briscoe right now because I feel like they've done this a million times, and I do think you can do the kind of finish to this match where it's like, oh, here comes the Callis family, but then here comes the conglomeration, and they do the old ECW rules type finish where it just builds and builds and builds and builds and builds, and then you have that Mark Briscoe crowning moment. I think Kyle Fletcher is probably fine without the TNT title. He should probably be going after whatever other titles they have out there, stepping up maybe a little bit. I don't know. So, yeah, I think that I think Briscoe's going to win this. I've got 4 confidence points. When it comes down to me filling out the form, I will probably significantly downgrade this one. I'll give some more thoughts to the women's tag team Fatal 4-Way. But given that, they've gone this long in this thing, I could see them doing the cheesy shit where Briscoe has to join the Callis family. But I could also see them being like, we filmed that whole conglomeration promo for them to come out to. Briscoe's in that. Can't get rid of him from that.
Yeah.
Although that'd be kind of funny if they went back and they blurred his face out.
Yeah, that would be funny. I got Mark with 2. Just from the storyline perspective, it makes all the sense for him to win this match. It just does.
You could tell Tony Khan loves Mark Briscoe. Yeah. And so, yeah, I think it just makes a lot of sense. But that being said, whenever I bet on him, traditionally, whenever I bet a bet against him, he always wins.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping you'd say Kyle Fletcher then when you made your pick, because I'd feel even better about picking Mark
You're
Briscoe.
sinking in this boat with me, buddy.
Guess so. I'm already kind of out of it this month anyway, so whatever. I've won twice this year. I'm good. Pac next, taking on Darby Allin. Darby's winning. He's not losing again anytime soon. He's just going through the Death Riders and beating them all. He said he's going to take everything away from Moxley. Still waiting for that to happen. But maybe he has to beat all the Death Riders first before that happens. I got Darby with 6.
I got Darby with 5, even though Pac is a legitimate athlete. This is going to be competition. It's going to be a hell of a match, but I got Darby with 5. Same reason you just said.
All right. For $1 million, we got Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express taking on Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks. Who do you got, Steve?
Oh, I got Team Kenny with 6 confidence points. I think that the Young Bucks, Heyman and Han, I don't think they're going to join the Callis family. Maybe it'll be a big swerve and they will join the Callis family. But, if they stay true to this, the character arc that they're on right now, they're on the precipice of being big baby faces. And it seems like this is going to be the place where they really get that pop.
Yep, it is. This will be a situation where they're going to be put in a position where it's like either you wreck Kenny or you don't, and they won't. And they might even walk out on Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander is going to hit probably a V-trigger, one-winged angel, and then count down to extinction from Jurassic Express because, Kenny and Jack Perry and Luchasaurus, they're getting a win. I got 5 confidence points on this one.
There you go.
Next up for the tag titles, Brodito defending against FTR. Now, if FTR, their heel thing now was, I don't know, more interesting, maybe I'd put more stock in them winning. That being said, it's not that interesting, which is weird because they've done really good work from a character perspective before. Stokely's great. Just for whatever reason, it hasn't hit this time around. Brodito's still really popular, putting on great matches. I got Brodito with 4. I think they're going to retain.
I have, given that, it looks like the TNT title might change. I got FTR winning here. I feel like they're at that point where they are the most well-established heel tag team. Brodito is very popular, but I feel like if you want the most heat, like Brodito doesn't really need these tag teams. They don't even need to be a tag team, to be honest with you. Like Bandito is the Ring of Honor champion. Brody King probably, I think he just works, but like they need to do a singles push for that guy. I don't think they're going to break them up, but I also don't think that they're really, I don't think they benefit all that much from having the tag titles. Not as much as other proper tag teams do. So I think FTR, they're going to pull the trigger on FTR getting those tag titles back. I got 3 confidence points on that happening.
All right. FTR with 3. Next up, Casino Gauntlet match. Winner is the very first AEW National Champion. Who do you got, Steve? Are you still choosing Ricochet?
With 2 confidence points.
You're showing some love to Ricochet, huh?
I am showing some love to Ricochet, yes. So I've got Ricochet with 2 confidence points. I feel much in the same light as FTR. Like at a certain point, it's different because Ricochet hasn't won shit, and that sort of goes into my logic here. But it's like, okay, it's sort of just time. What else can you do with this beyond he gets a title? It was like, well, the Demand that didn't get their trios titles that I thought maybe they would. But yeah, I could see Ricochet because here's the thing. He's a shitty heel. Man, I mean that in a complimentary way. He's a shitty character. And he's protected by the Demand. And I think that there are any number of people of faces that could then take it off of Ricochet. If you put it on Lashley, like we talked about in the review, he ain't letting go of that title. That title's not coming off him in any way that could be satisfying, at least. So yeah, I'm going to put it on Ricochet. 2 confidence points.
All right, I got 3 on Lashley. I'm still of the opinion that they created this title to put on Lashley because they have plans for what they want to do with all the other men's singles titles. They want to get a singles title on Lashley, so Tony Khan invented one. That's going to be my thought until I see something different, so I got Lashley with 3.
Well, he didn't invent it. This has its origins in the NWA, as they've said.
But in terms of AEW,
the lineage directly comes from
that's not
like the 80s, 90s, whenever the NWA made this title defunct and it no longer existed.
Well, it's been in the Billy Corgan's NWA. It's not a handsome title in the NWA these days either.
Yeah, it hasn't been since they brought it back.
So now this is a new title in AEW.
Do you know who has it now, Larson?
No.
Mike Mondo.
All right.
Formerly of the Spirit Squad.
Next up for the AEW Women's Championship, Chris Statlander taking on Mercedes Moné. They mentioned last night that Mercedes has got 2 wins over Statlander. It's got about to be 2-1. Statlander's retaining. I got 8 confidence points.
I similarly have a lot of confidence points at 7 for Chris Statlander. Yeah, she had 2 killer matches with Mercedes last year, lost both of them this year, or maybe it was earlier this year. I forget. In any event, she's going to win this one.
Yep. Finally, main event in Steel Cage, Hangman Adam Page versus Samoa Joe. We both have Hangman with 9, yeah?
Call it a day. Hangman with 9.
Hangman with 9.
Yeah. No, Joe's not winning this.
No.
What is any point of intrigue here? I guess maybe you brought it up in the AEW
just
review.
The story beat
if a syringe is used,
something like that, where Hangman is in a position where he's got to decide: am I going to do whatever I need to do to win, even if it means kind of reverting back to the person he didn't like not that long ago, or is he going to stay true to who he is now and not do that stuff? Otherwise, yeah, Hangman's not losing this.
No, yeah, he's not losing. I was just trying to find some sort of interesting angle to talk about, but yeah, I don't even know why they're doing this match.
I don't know either.
Anyways, that's going to do it for this edition of Predictions for AEW Full Gear 2025. It's the only edition of Predictions AEW Full Gear. Sorry, presented by DC 2025.
Yeah, the year 2025, yeah.
Yeah, let us know who you guys think is going to win in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that hype button. Apparently, if you hype the video up, it helps put shit in the algorithm or something.
I didn't know there was a hype button now. Why am I just
You really got to keep up. You got to keep up on the YouTube stuff, man.
I'm on there all the time. I've never even seen it.
Yeah, you gotta hype it up, man. Anyways, that's gonna do it. We'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.